Okay, well, I'm going to pick it up right there. I don't have any equipment to recut this, so it's going to be a two-parter now because my finger accidentally hit that button that turned it off. So I'm just going to keep on going right here, trying to get a good shot right here of what I got. Okay, so those are from Walmart right there at the bottom. Those are Xenomorphs from Alien and Alien 3. That is Funko Michael Myers Halloween right there. And that's a retro Dennis Nedry and Ian Malcolm and Dilophosaur right there. So that's from the modern Jurassic Park line that they did. That's made to look like the 93 Kenner line. That is a Wolfman plush from the Lon Chaney Jr. version Wolfman right there. So Venom Funko cover, Alien from Independence Day, retro figure. Step up right here. Okay, so that's the Giganotosaurus facing off with the T-Rex. Those are Amber collection, Hammond collections with a couple figures right there. Ant-Man and the Wasp from the DVD display from Walmart. Okay, here we go. Titanosaurus, that's from the Jurassic World Rebirth vinyl soundtrack. It was a really awesome picture of the Titanosaurus, and I decided to frame it and put it right up there with these. So the thing that Arrow Video is really known for as a boutique label is they take the time to do these releases right here, which are books that go with their releases. So essentially you open these guys up. This is from their Inglorious Bastards. And it's got basically essays about the films and productions. And that's what I really love that Arrow does. And they really go out of their way to put extras on their stuff. But these are awesome. This is what collectors collect movies for. Why physical media never dies. It's just a little bit of extra. That's awesome. And I'm really grateful to have these from the Arrow releases because they're awesome. And these are movie books right here. I'm not going to go through all the titles and everything because this is just going to get way too long, and I already have now a two-parter because it's going to wind up being like a 2-hour video, or this would have been a 2-hour video. Okay, so right over here we got the Danny DeVito from the DC Multiverse line, Shredder from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Wolverine Rogue Gambit from X-Men the Animated Series, some random books in my collection, bigger paperback books. And then that's what I did with a lot of the other lobby cards from the Arrow releases. I just kind of cut them into a collage and made it work. And that's from the Jurassic Park Collector Cup line from '93 when Jurassic Park was out in theaters. That's my pin collection right there. Really awesome. Back to the Future Shadow Box from Ross. Buddy of mine got that for me, and I really like that. A couple of the concerts, a lot of the concerts that I've been to actually, and Danielle right there for Collected Soul. So I got Bon Jovi, Garbage, The Shins, Pat Benatar, Billy Idol, and Portishead in there as well. So yeah. Okay. And then from up here, what we got is Arrow release for Deep Blue Sea, Ozzy Osbourne Bark at the Moon right there. The Mask Arrow poster. Salem's Lot right there. I put it on the Spanish side because I really like the look of that Spanish poster. It looks amazing. And then it's just a faculty that Shout Factory did. And it's not a variant, it's just the actual poster from the actual release. But it's in a mini version and it's awesome. Universal Classic Monsters. I really love Universal Classic Monsters. So that's all 8 of them organized because they were like postcards that came with the Universal Monsters collection or a version that I had. And they work together as a poster and they look awesome. Another canvas from Spirit Halloween. Laurie Strode with Michael Myers. Parodying that like American Gothic man and his wife picture. It looks awesome right there. City, The Gates of Hell mini poster right there. Really awesome giallo, like Italian horror movie right there. So it goes right there. The Landa is in reference to Inglourious Bastards right there. That was with the Arrow release of it that I got. That is the band Paramore right there from the vinyl. It looked really awesome, so I put it there. That is my Uncle Guy in his Navy his Navy suit right there. Rest in peace, Uncle Guy. Terrifier 2 poster right there. Pennywise. That's the more modern Pennywise, so that's the Bill Skarsgård version. And then that is from Adventure Time, I believe, right there. It was just another really cool Frankenstein's art print that I thought really looked kind of unique. Picard right there. So right here, Jurassic Park 3D. That's from the 3D release a few years back. So a redesign on that. Next to a Demon Knight mini poster. I just merged the two together and made it into one awesome thing. Okay, so also from Frankenstein's right there, another art print. Medusa from Spirit Halloween. That black and white is from the Tom Petty debut vinyl. Okay. Bear with me, we're almost done here. Okay, so that is Marvel Legends Venom and Bane facing off with He-Man and Skeletor, and Captain America wielding the shield and Stormbreaker. Scripts, some scripts right there. Elvira Funko. Right there are some reference books that I need to do a binding together of. It's a project that I need to do because one of the books ripped up, like started ripping apart when I started reading it. So the binding was really bad. Instead of throwing it out, I figured I would just take some lesser books and rebind it together and make it into one new book. So that is from James, Avengers Infinity War poster. That's a 27 by 40. More Shout Factory posters right here. And Ash vs. Evil Dead right here. So this is just like kind of like a poster wall right here. Okay. Amber Collection, that's the kids scene in the kitchen. Lexington with the raptor. Looks awesome. Gremlins, the little loose Funkos right there. Some action figures still in box. So that is Adam West Batman, flanked with Christopher Reeve Superman. Christopher Reeve Superman and some G.I. Joe still in box. There we go. So that is Trick or Treat Studios Mohawk with the singing and dancing Gizmo right there. That's Lightning from Big Trouble in Little China, my absolute favorite John Carpenter movie. Next to a Stanley, still sealed in box. And a couple of ships right here. So that is the Millennium Falcon with the ship from Predator Badlands. My absolute favorite Predator movie, to be honest. I really liked that movie. I feel it's even better than the one with Arnie, to be honest. As blasphemous as it sounds, Predators, they've never really been my favorite villain. I'm more of like a xenomorph guy, to be honest. But I really liked the storyline that they did with Badlands. Like, that really got me into it and convinced me that this director that they got working on the Predator franchise right now, he has it in him to really make a really good, decent Predator vs. Alien movie. Like, he has it in him to do it and do it well. Okay, a couple little guys right here. Up here. So what these are right here, these are props from a place that's no longer in business now. It was called Icons of Darkness. It was in LA. When my friend from high school, Ozzy, visited from Utah, it was around Halloween time, and I couldn't get tickets for Halloween nights because it was an impromptu visit. But I was able to get tickets for Icons of Darkness. We got to see a lot of like movie props and stuff. These are some of the pictures that I took of what they had there, and I will forever have that. A couple other little guys right there. That is my diploma from University of Nevada. Bachelor of Arts in Theater Studies right there. That is a alternative poster from Spider-Man No Way Home for the re-release. For when the movie had already came out and they re-released it back in theaters. With this, when the secret was out, that the three Spider-Man were in there. So I really like that redesign on that poster. And that's why that stays right there. A couple cosplayers that I really like doing some of the characters that I think are awesome. So Captain Marvel, Spider-Gwen, and Supergirl. Oh, and then my shower. This is probably why I'm still single. Because that would scare the crap out of my girlfriend. But it is what it is. Okay. Last section. Because I am running out of breath. Okay. So that is from the Shout Studios Transformers the Movie re-release. The 4K version of that. I really like that custom art print. It really kind of captured the movie. Second to last Avro picture right there. That's from the Greatest Hits vinyl. I like the look of it, and it feels like it fits right there. Custom Shout Studios for the Blu-ray release of The Thing, which kind of depicted the characters really, really well. Okay, baseball tail sign with stripe. We already saw that in the first half of the video. I really wish that I hadn't hit the button to stop the video halfway. I wish I could have uploaded it as one, but it is what it is. At this point, I'm not going to restart it. I'm just going to keep going. And I'll upload both parts. It is what it is. Okay. So that is the Buck T-Rex from Lost World Jurassic Park. These are, right here, what we have are Seekers from the Combiner Wars line. So that's Skywarp and Thundercracker. And then that's a display that was being thrown out from Home Depot. And I kept it because I really like that race car look. And it looks awesome hanging up right there by my clothes. Okay. So we got a couple more of these Walmart displays for releases right there for the Flash, Super Mario the movie, Avril again for Let Go. So when I was working for Regal, that is one of their display posters for the Hunger Games, 27 by 40. It looks awesome, and I'm grateful to have that. And that is a promo poster for Bloody Kisses, Typo Negatives, album that really got them on the map. So it's very unique. It's a promo, and I'm glad to have it. So that is the Halloween 2 poster right there. Like some more clothes and an art print that I don't have the right space to put on, but it's just here. Okay. So, Talking Freddy, retro Talking Freddy next to a Camp Crystal Lake design from Spirit Halloween. Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones. That is a recreation of some Star Wars characters during the shuttle scene in Transformers the movie when Megatron and the Decepticons start taking down Autobots left and right. And childhood trauma initiated. Yeah. Well, not childhood trauma for me, but like childhood trauma for people that weren't expecting that in '86 when Transformers the movie came out. So yeah. Okay. A few little cars here. So got cars right there. And a few more cars right there. Okay. So a couple of posters, varying sizes, and a couple little mini cards right there. So that's from the DVD Rhino home video releases. They're lithograms from Transformers the Animated Series. Liza Juice True Calling. Art the Clown, Terrifier. Biff and the Gang from Back to the Future. That is Shelf Talker Homer right there. Captain Marvel facing off with the Hobgoblin, Spirit Halloween. Elijah Dushku again. Green Goblin from Spider-Man Sam Raimi. Assault on Precinct 13. Few of my books right here that just kind of flank this side right here by my bed. Some retro books. Kind of like a mix of like stuff that I was into in my childhood with Goosebumps. Ghost Hunter is one of my favorite shows. Some of the earlier books that they put out to coincide with the release of the show. Those are like the Marvel, like young adult reader novels that I haven't gotten into reading yet, but will eventually. And also Mortal Instruments. So those are Mortal Instruments books right there. The first two, and a Shadowhunters companion book, basically, about the Mortal Instruments series. Another little sign that was being thrown out from the Home Depot tool rental department that I kept for myself. Posters. Inglourious Basterds mini poster. Retro Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Retro Kenner Ghostbusters, Extreme Ghostbusters. The real Ghostbusters, I should say. And a few more movie posters here. So right up here, what I got is Tank Girl from Umbrella, which is awesome. And Demolition Man. And Super Mario from Umbrella. So those three together work really well. That's Freddy Krueger Black and White, Arnold, T-101, Terminator 2 Black and White, Melissa Blomquist, Supergirl. Okay, so that is a 27 by 40 Tales from the Crypt retro VHS reprint poster that Roxetta destroyed in her kittenhood before I got it framed. So that's why it's all tore up. And I never got it. I never decided to get another one. I just taped it up and framed it, and it is what it is. It makes it look more vintage. Okay. Last wall for the night. I really wish I hadn't stopped the video, but it is what it is. But I think this wound up being a little under 2 hours. Okay, so that is RoboCop 2, Shout Studios, Kiki's Delivery Service mini poster, my ladies that inspire me to be the best version of me, Hansel and Gretel 3D poster. So right over here, what we got is the Terminator, Halloween 4 movie posters, and Nightmare on Elm Street posters, mini posters. These are my Dinobots, my secondary favorite Autobot Transformer crew. And those are the ones from Studio Series line as well. Big Trouble in Little China VHS. What we got on this TV here is In Search of Darkness 90s on AMC. That's one of their best documentaries that they do. Tron, Ares, popcorn bucket right there. Another Jaws popcorn bucket. Captain Marvel Barbie. And just a few more comics. This is kind of like the comics section that I'm still kind of working with right there. Next to a few other little like odds and ends. Okay. And then this poster here is the Reservoir Dogs, Mr. Blonde. And of course, we have my other cat right here. That's Starla, my little baby kitten. Hey, Starla. Right down here is my curly mask. And there's the princess inside of the cat cave. Because I gave them access to underneath the bed right there so they can go anywhere they want. Or they can go on that little bed right there where I put my hoodies. And that is Leatherface, Spirit Halloween with the Captain America mask. Alright guys, that's the tour. Oh, forgot to mention my little retro mask collection here. Spider-Punk, Dracula, Halloween 3 Witch, Retro, Jason Voorhees. So yeah. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this room tour, Mancave tour. It is what it is. Alright, talk to you later. Peace.